Yay, we're going to be working. Awesome. We've got audio. Yep, we do. Cool. Welcome back. And we're back with Factorio. The mega project. So where are we up to? Somewhere. Lots of solar panels, some science, which is actually really close to getting the next worker bot speed. At 2 billion science. Yeah, this has been running for a while now. I always get to a point and think, even if I times that speed by just over 5, does it actually make that much big of a difference to the speed at which this research is at this point? Anyways. So, at the end of last time, I had discovered that I'd placed all of my in and out for these ones feeds in just the wrong spot, so it didn't quite pick up the carriages correctly. It did when it was like in its perfect position, but it didn't the rest of the time, which was mildly annoying, to say the least. I don't know why I did that, I just did. It was annoying me. Yeah, so I'm going to start here again because I've gone through and loaded the first 3 sets of the train. So 1, 2, and then here's the third of the first round. So my plan is to, hopefully my timer appears. It does, cool. And so I'm going to try recording how long it takes to do a full run. Hopefully everything works this time and I can get a proper time. Now I have, what did I decide? Can't remember. 1 second, I need to pull up my thing. Main window. Come on. Main window. Hello. That was a sensible name that I came up with at the time. That wasn't what I wanted you to do. Oh. So, I have 60 seconds. So I've got 4 minutes 30 to do for this to have actually completely run through. From the time this train stops at its next stop. So, let's see if it works. Take about a minute to move the train around. And I just need to start my timer. There we are. Working the way up. Passing by the manufacturing facility. It's kind of ironic, I actually managed to get that thing almost in the correctly spot on, just to line up between 2 sets, the big thing. Here we go. Right. Let's see how long this takes to run. As the server decides to save the map. No, it cancelled at 30 seconds. It was at 27 seconds. Right, here we go. Trains are starting to move. So providing this does it in under 4 minutes, and it's a full cycle of the trains rolling. Not worried about these ones because there's only 1 of each type of train. I am slightly worried about the fact that it hasn't fully emptied, so I might have to go look at that. Ooh, that is interesting. I get the feeling some of these aren't unloading still. Still doesn't work. I'll sort that another time. It is really frustrating. I thought it would stop fine, but apparently it's still off. Well, I need to sort these ones out anyways. Go down a bit because I missed one, didn't I? At least these ones aren't too hard to sort. Oh, there we go. So a little addition I made was I put in a warehouse in here. Because of course in the process of doing this I've technically run through... Oh, none of those are loading in. Yeah. Okay, I'll have to go sort that one out. Yeah. Thought I'll just do it. One lower. There we are. Let me dump those in here. Yeah, so as I was playing around with this, of course, it loaded more copper into some of these carriages and therefore unloaded it, and I was like, there's actually no real harm just having a little buffer here. So I just decided to leave it, to be honest. So there is technically quite a lot in there. Like, a lot in there. Yeah, I don't quite know how it got that full, but it has. So, whatever. So is this one loading in then? Not all of them. Just because I'm that OCD and we were going to do that. I guess I'm just going to have to keep adjusting these for each one, aren't I? So let's dump all those in there. Yeah. I guess this is just the fun bit of testing, isn't it? Well, I call it fun. It's not that fun. Oops. Go there. So all of these are somehow still actually connected. Not all of these are. There we go. Not that one. I also didn't want to pick up that substation. Alright, now I need to wait for this to fully unload, and then I need to try and drop all my plastic in. Oops. Oh yeah, perfect. Alright, so that's that one sorted. This one actually moved fine. I should probably just double check how close you are. You're actually reasonably fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, it does just show you how hard it is to get these trains to line up as soon as there's corners involved. Not to mention the length isn't really helping me either. So I'll have to go down and sort. I'll do it off stream again. I'll go down and sort all of these. So I'll just do it. So I'll just do it. Doesn't take that long to do, does it? And it means it's done. And it means I can actually run another test, I guess, doesn't it? Yeah. Oops. I was a bit too keen on that one. This one's still unloading. There we go. Did it again. Cool. Could have sworn I'd moved all of these. Just by enough that I thought it'd be fine. Of course, apparently I was wrong on that front. Oh well. I guess I already failed at the let's hope it actually works this time thing. There we go. That's the next one done. Oh, there we go. You haven't quite got power. There we go. I just have to wait for these to finish loading. There we go. Oh, 9 too many. How have I got 9 from? Oh well. Oh yeah. Right. I may as well just run this 5th stop and just check that these first 2 actually work before I carry on. Oh dear. Right, that one actually looks like it's completely fine. Somehow. Okay, that's good. This one, however, is not completely fine. There we go. Oh. Once these things finish unloading, I can do the next bit. Let's actually just carry on going for now, won't I? Right, that one looks fine. That's good. That one is oh so close to being fine. Let's see if these ones are finished. There we go. Theoretically, this should just all go in. So I shouldn't actually need to be there to babysit that one. Yep. go check the next one. Nope, you're not happy either. Here we go. That one's fine. That one's fine. That one's fine. That one's fine. And that one's fine. Right. So, in theory, once this train's done, we should be perfectly good to go. Right. So that's that one finished. I guess I'll go put my timer back on, won't I? Check it appears good. Because you fully loaded, that's fully loaded, that's fully loaded. Right. 5. Theoretically, I should go and check. Well, theoretically, I need to go to 6, don't I? Because that'll check this one for number 6. For the fourth, the last carriage, won't it? Yeah, that works. And then the train can rumble around to the next bit I need it to be on. Right. So, when the train stops, which I should probably be at the station for, which is here. There comes the train. Is it slowly chung? I can't think what the name is. Word is for that now. Yeah, whatever. Slowly moves along. Stopped. Right. Those ones are working, those ones are working, those ones are working. Those are working, those ones are working. Good. This is looking promising. Yes, I think that's promising. Looks like all of them are loading in. Hooray. What's to check that? Trains are starting to move. We have unloading occurring. We have loading occurring. We have both those trains moving, so that means they've fully unloaded. We have unloading occurring. Don't have loading occurring here. Also don't have loading occurring there. Okay. Looks like we've got unloading on all of those. And we have loading on all of those. Perfect. 1 minute 20, and where are we at with the trains? Still stacked up. I was actually considering, do I just change this for one of these two-way things? Because technically the trains never need to go across. You see, I've replaced this one with just this kind of junction, because again, the train's only ever going that way. I was just considering would it be more efficient to do it, but I don't think there's much difference. Two minutes. Copper's finished. Assume iron's getting quite close. Yep. Mine's almost finished at 2 minutes. Cool. So that means there isn't a bottleneck there. just over 3 minutes. The last train leaves. So when that one technically goes back into its rightful position, wherever that is, here by the looks of it. Let's stop that timer. 3 minutes 21, which is within the range of what I'm willing, with what is acceptable. Perfect. Right, let's drop it here to number 6, because that'll be the final check for this section to make sure all of it works properly. Let's reset that. Let's not keep it running. As I said, I always knew this was going to be the hard bit. It's like you're all working quite nicely. Train stopped. Let's have a quick run up and down to make sure everything's working. Yep, you're all loading in. You're already unloaded, so that's good. Assume that means you're not far off it. I know it's got twice as much stuff in it, doesn't it? There we go. You loading into all of those. You've all got copper in you. You're all loading up. You're all unloading. And the last one, you're all unloading and you're all loading up. Sweet. We're there. Right. So when this round is finished, I guess, it'll be when these things finish filling up. It's actually an interesting question. How long do they take to fill up? Hang on. How full did the other ones get? The ones that have just... the ones in this train section above. Because that was 3 minutes 30, which is longer than they get. If they're full, probably alright. They are. Good. If not, I'm going to have to double the number of conveyors to them. Yeah. Hang on. How many's in each carriage? 16,000. Conveyors do what? I know I've worked this out before. 270. 16,000, so it takes a full minute to load them. Fair enough. Right. That's well within... yeah, you're loaded. Cool. You're loading faster than it's unloading, so that's fine. It's all completely and utterly fine. Cool. Right. So once this copper is unloaded, shouldn't take too much longer, I guess. And we'll run the thing back around so that the first train stops here. Then I need to start designing the next process. And remember the mistakes I learned from this one about where I put these things in the center of carriages, not on the edges of carriages. Because that would be sensible, wouldn't it? I actually learned from my mistakes. That's unloaded. And that one's unloaded. Perfect. That means all the processes are finished. I need you to roll back round to number 3. Right. So. So theoretically that should now be showing this. Cool. Alright. So I've now done step 1, step 2. Finally time to start on step 3. So, I have greens, pipes, steel, and gears. So, I'm going to highlight some of these so I actually know where I am. Let's put in green. What a lovely colour that is. Copy. Greens, gears, gears. Those ones. Leave that as a weird colour for now. Pipes, gears, steel. Right. So I have 8 sets of factories to set up. Okay. The first one is like here, right in the middle of the ocean. Because, of course it is. Here's my landfill. Because I'm going to need quite a lot of this. I don't quite know where I need it. 7th carriage, technically, so it's somewhere around here. Ooh, wow, that's laggy. No. He did not like that. Oops. Why did I... Anyways, I'm quite sure how I managed to pick them up. Make sure they're all nicely finished. Right. Here comes our train, so when it stops I can actually know where the hell I'm making this next bit. Here. I was actually virtually spot on. Wow. It happens occasionally. I know it's rare, but it does happen occasionally. Let's put you there, so you're as far away as possible from anything else. You want to be gears. So, I need to unload all of those into there. Unload all of these into here. So, I have 56,000 iron. I divide by 4 times by 3. I get 42,000. Divided by 8,000 is 5.25 cars. Cool. I need to actually remember to turn off my Excel spreadsheet so you guys can see the full screen. Oops. So what that means is these get split nice and evenly. Basically. And there are 6 cars worth. So what was a 6 to 6 look like? Yeah, let's put one of those in. Actually, hang on. First things first, how many is this making? 117,000. Let's get rid of a whole bunch of you. 58,000. I suspect I don't need very many to get this. 16,000. 12,000. So that's the magic number. Right. I need efficiency modules, so I can bring the power requirement down. Plus 30, which means I need 2 more. Oh, I still need 1 more. 2. Right. Transport belts. I'm producing exactly 1 transport belt out of this thing. So, theoretically, all I need is a 1 to 6. Which is that. Unloader. Thingy. Upgrade script. There we go. Remembering to actually put them in the middle, so that hopefully everything loads nicely. Which I'm sure it will absolutely load perfectly, and I will not have any problems whatsoever. Yeah, I don't believe that for a minute. Let's move you a bit further out. A bit more space to play. Right. At that point I need one of those in. Right. Let's go like this. There we go. Perfect. Right. Yeah, there's all the unloads done. The loads, in some respects, a little bit easier. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Of course, it's just slightly off. Why wouldn't it be slightly off? Okay. So therefore I just need some power down. That should start running. Why is that not getting any? There's something wrong with this 1 to 6. There is. There is no way that actually functions on 1 to 6. Ah, I see. Just that is wrong. Yeah, that'll be fine. Probably. Okay. So. Next one I need to do is greens, which goes into here. Which I need a little bit of space on here, but not quite as much. Trees can bugger right off. Just expand this out a little bit. There, ran out again. Come here, landfill. Needs a little bit, but not quite that much. Go down to 1,000. Yeah, 900, that'll do. Oh, there we go. Okay. So. Yeah. I think that's correct. does 2 to 6 do? Yeah, part of me regrets not doing that one. Come on. I'm sure it works. Approximately. Come on. Another assembler. And since I've already started these off at this point, let's just carry them on at this point. And I want just there to be one piece of landfill I missed, which happened to be somewhere I was trying to build. Greens. Right. Actually, hang on. Better idea. Because I actually need to unload this iron. Which of course needs power poles. So, if I plonk down 1, 2, bridge that gap. Three. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Somewhat neat. Close enough to neat anyways. So, I need 13,000 of these a minute. Which is probably a very similar number to what it was over there. What was that? 16,000. 12,600, which is slightly too low. Perfect. Right. I need a... I assume this does transport belt 1. Good. So I need a 1 to 3 balancer. I also need exactly the same set of these. Oops. Did I cut those? I did, didn't I? Let's put this back on. Right. 1 to 3. Upgrade those to the nice belts. Three. There we go. That's the unload sorted. First load sorted. One, two, three, 4. Okay. Go in like that. I want to do this. Nope, not that one. That one. It's nice when these things are this long. They can just kind of go everywhere. Right. There's all of that done. Good, they work. probably need... Oops. That. 4. 2. 3. 4. There we go, greens are being made. Right. That switcheroo is working quite nicely. We got unloaded at the correct rate. Perfect. Right. I need one of these. Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to happen. Yeah, I'm not happy with that switcheroo. Oops. I'll have to test that to see how well it works. Anyways, what I was after was copying you. Deleting all the conveyor bits. So it's this set of iron actually that needs doing. Get rid of all the trees, because we all know we love trees. Right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Some power. Six. Right. Now I need to load all those in. So first things first, let's just load the 2 easy ones in. That just misses. As of course it does. Why wouldn't it miss? 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, and as I'm not happy with the way that belt balancer was working, I am going to pick a different one. Namely the 2 to 6 one, because I think that one actually works. So in fact it's symmetrical, so it makes me think it's just, well, it's 2 lots of 3, isn't it? So upgrade to nice ones. Am I going to get lucky and I can just about dump those in? No. I'll do. Apparently I copied the wrong ones for that. That was clever of me, wasn't it? Yeah, well that proves the 1 to 3 works. Look at that. Spot on. Nice. Even used up all of the resources. That's nice. That feels really nice. Yeah, I need to stop this doing, don't I? Oops, that's actually the wrong spot to put that in. Let's go there. Right. That one goes there. That one goes there. Oops. And you run like this. I need you, actually, turned at 90. Three. There we go. We'll deal with this. How do I deal with this? Let's do that. Because then I can put one of you down with a chest, dump all them in. And that leaves me with just a handful of them to drop on a conveyor somewhere. Which is honestly close enough that I'm not too worried. Oh, there we go. Because these don't fill up fully anyways. Okay. Right, leave that running. Next set of iron is... No, thank you. No. I feel like it's crashed. One sec, I'm just going to restart that. That was a wee bit weird. Right. Anyways. So. Though that is inserters, we then got 6 lots of iron which goes into conveyors, followed by 7 lots of iron which goes into gears, which also goes into conveyors. So, as that's actually an identical set, I'm thinking, let's do this. Like that. Kill off all the trees. Then server saves. Run power. In theory, that should just work. Oh. So that's all the stuff I need to do here for greens. There we go. And you guys loading nice and evenly. You are. Nice. That's what I wanted to see. Right. In that case, you're getting scrapped. You're... Actually, hang on. Look at the theory. Let me knock you down. Because I know you work. So, that's that problem solved. 70. 70s. Awesome. That's what I wanted to see. Everything going 70. Right. So, that's for conveyors. This is for greens. Which I have 7 iron, 11 copper into 6 of these 7 thingies. Cool. Right. So I can't really use any of these because none of these actually make stuff quickly enough because this now needs to output a little bit higher. So we need a new one of you. You down there. Hang on. Just so they're all in line. I feel like my mouse is moving. There we go. Apparently I'm out of some stuff. You and you. Probably some of you too. I was going to fill up myself with wood. Dump you lot out. Then give the robots something to do. Keep those on me. Right. So, let's get these things in first. Alright. 7 lots of iron. 2, 3. Bridge the gap with one of you. Okay. That one can go away. Right. Oops. 2, 3, 4, 6. And I need loady ones, which is that way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. I already know I want a 2 to 6 balancer. Like that. And wow, I actually lined it up perfectly. That's literally a first, I think. I need to bridge this power gap. Also need some more substations. There we go. There we go. Right. Right. Let's do the unloads, I guess, first. Two. No, actually, that one doesn't need doing. What am I doing? 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 lots of that. So I can do one lot down there, can't I? So that means I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 too few. Alright, so that means 2 of those go into here. That doesn't work. 1, 2. Alright, bit of spaghetti, but it's actually not too bad as spaghetti. It kind of works with the substation in the middle, as he desperately hopes it does. Right. Right, the last 2 of those are probably going to need to be there. Okay. 2. Hang on. Just for the same neatness. Perfect. That should now be making greens. Awesome. And as I didn't slow it down, he's going bonkers. What are we running at? 27,000, and I need 27,030. Right, so that means you go, oops, like that. Let's take this away until it doesn't need any more. Alright, there we go. As the next green's done. I'm just sitting there thinking, I hope all of these resources actually get used. Because this will be loaded with copper. And I was just thinking that if like all these greens aren't used, there's going to be greens in there. Which will mess up the copper loading for these. Yeah, I'm going to think about that, aren't I? Because technically there are too many resources on this train for what I actually want to make. That could be an interesting problem. Sounds like a Futurian problem. Sorry, Future Tales problem. Right, what have I got? Plastic. 4 reds. These go into pipes. Make sure it's on the same line, just because apparently I've started doing it, so I'm going to carry on doing it. Get rid of all the trees. Then I need 7 unloaders. There we go. And 7 loaders. I've only got 6 there. That's fine. There we go. Right. So they have a 2 to 7. This is 18,000, so it's going to need 2 at least. That'll do. What's out of undergrounds? You need pipes. So I can load you up with efficiencies. You should go back one. This is the way you're designed. There we go. Unload, unload. Then I need some more undergroundies. I don't think I've run out of those yet. Yes, I have. There we go. 2. Two. 3. Oops. 2, 3. Okay. Yeah. Right. That's the unload sorted. Now I just need to load up all the iron. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how many I've got left. There we go. How many pipes do I need? 18,000. Let's start off with that number, I guess. 19,200. It's almost like I'm getting used to doing this. Which is mildly worrying. With some... Oh, yeah. Efficiencies. Apparently I was already at half power. Wow. There we go. There we go. Just shows you how much more powerful they are when they're in here. Well, let's face it, it's 250% inside of it, so... There we go. Right, now I need a set of gears, which is made... Why have I got one gap? That's why I've got one gap. Anyways. That's going to be annoying, because those aren't going to... They're going to go perfectly one-to-one, because of the way this thing doesn't produce extra. Oh well. So these 5... Get rid of all the trees. As I've now virtually filled up my inventory, let's get rid of all this robots. Coal, stone. Yeah, I don't care about 4 of those. Right. Yeah, so these 5. Let's go grab. So let's do it again. Yeah. No, that wasn't very sensible of me, was it? No. Also got an extra one of those in. that, but I need to delete you. That'll therefore allow it to unload fully. I'm not going to set the recipe just yet because I want to sort the unload first. Let's go 2 to 5. Hopefully this one works as well. Then I need to do my classic of 1, 2. Upgrade the blueprint. One, 2. There we go. I need 5 loadies. 5. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, I need 4 loadies. Alright. Done that wrong straight away. I actually need 2 to 4. They're super easy. Not that he's going to stop me using the blueprint rather than just making it, but let's ignore that. There we go. That's the unload. Yep. That is the unload sorted. So you can go on to gears. I now need to slow you down. But 3. 12,600. I need 9,000. Alright, that's slightly too slow. So that is the correct number. 110. That should get me down to -80. Perfect. There we go. Next I need 11, these 11 into steel, sorry. That loads into the next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Delete all those trees. Delete a few more trees. It looks weird leaving that bit of a patch. It looks weird leaving those trees there. Right, I need to turn off my logistics. And then I need to collect up all the spare pipes. And load them into here. Should work very, very nicely. Cool. Perfect. Quite where I've used 2 pipes though, I'm not sure. Weird. Right. Steel. So now I need one of you. No, I don't need one of you. I don't need one of you either. I actually want one of you, but I need to change the middle bit. Yeah. Because I need one of you. Steel. Productivity. There we go. So I have 11 of these. And I had 11 wire earlier, didn't I? theory, I can just steal that 11 wire. Okay, why are you broken? Amount of iron. Okay, yeah, so I'm only just out of iron. Yeah, so this is what I was concerned about. These aren't loading fully. That means that the next round, these won't unload fully. Or eventually they'll get to the point where they won't unload the copper fully. Because it'll buffer in that for a little bit. But it won't. But it will eventually fill up. Yeah, that's an interesting problem. I'm going to have to work on that one. I think I'll have to run this and see how it affects it. And, like, see how bad the issue gets. Because the only reason it'll ever actually cause an issue is these 6 here. As these 6 are loading into. So it depends on whether these fully empty for the reds. It might do. But then will I use up all the reds later on, and therefore this is where this will become interesting. So ideally, I need a way of ensuring this gets emptied every time. In fact, to the point where I'd happily load them in to either an earlier or a later process, because those need emptying, whereas all the others, if they stack up and remain stacked, aren't actually an issue. Like if I put them in as like the final remnants in instead of these, that's actually not an issue, because if these stack up, then it doesn't matter, it just backs up. It's not actually a problem. But those ones, these 6 will need emptying. Yeah. I mean, the alternative is load them back into here, into these 6. Because if they don't get fully empty, then I just don't quite get enough wire. But if I don't get quite enough wire, nah. They need emptying into another source that is independent. Because if these eventually get stacked up and stacked up and stacked up so that it's full of greens, then I will never have enough wire. Well, in theory, it'll balance itself out again, because when it gets stacked up and it can't get enough wire, it'll then won't make as many, and so these will be used more. But I think there's a risk that you will end up bottlenecking. No, I think it's better just to to empty these fully. And just load them into another process that doesn't matter. So there's probably a lesson that's going to have to be tested, let's say. I actually did that because I wanted the coppery thing, didn't I? That's when I got curious about why it hadn't fully unloaded. Nope, not that one. Not that one. This one. Okay. Now this then loads onto 4. I'm guessing I only need 1 belt, so 1 to 4 will do fine. You know what? To the point where I'm not even going to do a pre-made belt balancer, because 1 to 4 is just easy. Like... let's move that back 1 so everything's in a nice consistent pattern. which weirdly works out rather well. The 3 went to the 3. That's, yeah. Nice, but unexpected. There we go. Right. That then marks the end of... No, not quite. 9,600. Ooh, I actually need to run that pretty close to max. 300. Yeah. I literally need to run that at max. Wow. That was unexpectedly lucky. Hmm. Cool. Well, that works. Cool. So what goes in those? Engines. The 11 sets of engines. Cool. Alright. So when that's finished, I can move the train over another stop. They'll also allow me to test to make sure all the stops are working properly. And I can then start the 4th stage, which gets me very, very close to actually being science making. That's exciting. Almost there. Right. So while that's just thinking, let's put you back up. Right. So, the next one, I'm doing these 4. So, take away all my colours. So I don't need to do anything for red. I do need to do something for green because it's conveyors and inserters. I need to do something for red. Sorry, blues, because I need reds and engines. Combined with sulfur in the final leg. Cool. So I need to do 4 stops next time. 1 for each type. Let's turn that back off before I forget and leave it there forever. Because this has just finished unloading. And that thing's finished processing. There we go. Then let's move on to number 4. And there's my car where I died for my 3rd time. I can't believe I did that. I mean, the first one I thought was relatively forgivable when I sort of walked the wrong way into the train because I thought I was on the track and I was trying to make sure I didn't get run over. But the second one where I was just running along the track casually, and the third one where I wasn't paying attention and crossed the track. Yeah, it happens. Just leave it at that, shall we? Oh, so I should probably say about what another plan of mine is. So, I plan to let these trains, the solar trains by that, run out to here. And I plan to fill a lot of this in with solar panels. Basically. Actually, all stopped. All those are loaded. All those are unloading. All those have got stuff on. All those are unloading. All those have got stuff on. All those are unloading. All those are unloading. All of those got stuff on. All those are unloading. All those have got stuff on. Unloading. Stuff on. Unloading all of those. Loading up fully. Perfect. Apparently stopping it in the middle, unsurprisingly, works much better than stopping it on the edges. Yeah. Is all I got to say to that. Yeah. Right. Don't need to do anything with these. Don't need to do anything with... No, I do need to do something with that. Because this is where all of my inserters go. Just to make sure I get the right depth of trees. Because yes, I am actually going to be that OCD. Gears and iron. See, I can be OCD friendly sometimes. I just choose not to be sometimes. Right. I need one of you. Lined up nicely. Let's run my way across. And in the grand tradition, put you just there. So I need 6 lots of inserters. And I've made a few lots of 6 lots of unload, so let's just grab one of those. That's 4. That's 4. That's 7. That's 6. Right. I should really be putting down radar so I can see what the hell's going on. Right, there we go. Then I need a lot of unloads. Because what's that? 12, 15. I also need... grab some more stuff. You guys? Switchery doos are over here, and if memory serves, the box is quite small. I also need some undergroundies. There we go. Because that will have made these things go nuts. It's kind of scary when you think about how many that's actually filtering through the system. Like, how many is that? 1. Like, that's actually running all 8 vans. Wait, each of those is what, 16,000? That is a lot of gears a minute. Yeah, that's a terrifying number of gears a minute. What was this again? Inserters. You can go into those. Since I am full of stuff, let's dump out wood. There we go. I need some more of you. Right. So. Go grab 3 of you. And let's start setting these up. There we go. Right. Next bit I need is the loady side of that, which is those. I need to work out how many of the 15 I can get along one side, and therefore how many of them need to go somewhere else. Oh, I can get all 15. So I can scrap 2 of them. Oh yeah, it was more. Okay. I was just thinking that... Hang on, I swear I used more on the greens. But that was 11 plus 7, which is 18, and this is 15, so hence why I've got a few new spare slots, I guess. Right. 1, 2. Thank you. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. One too many. Might actually be enough space in that. Yeah, there is. Cool. Right. Power. 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 2, 3. This is going to be a longer chain. There we go. Perfect. Right. I need to make those at the whopping speed of 13,000 a minute. Now I'm going to overcook this because I suspect these are making in 50s, and of course they stack to 50. So, oh no. Yeah, it will be stopping and starting, won't it? Probably. Yeah, there you can see output full. Yeah. Right. 21,000. 16,000. 14,400, and I need it. So that's probably going to be it. Yeah. That is the number I need. I can't be bothered to run back to find one of these things that works. So I'm just gonna 1, 2. I think it was that number. And I didn't want that one in there. Oh yeah, I've got thingies in that one, don't I? Well, there we go. Right, that's all I need for that one then. That's minus 80%. Is the power limit. Right, that's inserters done. Conveyors next, which is those gears and that iron into the next 6 of those. So in that case, I can probably steal some of this. Delete all of those from the blueprint for now. The 6 after the gears, isn't it? Yeah. Conveyors. It's probably substations. I was wondering why that wasn't building. Substation. I'm definitely just killing off all those trees because that looks weird. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I need a further 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. like that. $12. Those 6. I don't want you though. Right. And I want you guys. 2, 3. Move you back so you look nice and even. Make sure I actually include them all. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That should be making 28,000 a minute. Too many. 19. 14, 4. Yeah. Interesting question. How do I get away with that? I can. Don't need any beacons on that one. Yeah, I do need you though. Just leave them all in. Fill up my inventory with trees. There we go. There we go. 14,400 at 1913, so that's plenty. Yeah. Okay, that's scary. I've completely filled up those, and yet I have some left. Ooh. Quite a lot left, actually. How have I got that so wrong? Wait, what? I think I've got my maths completely wrong again. Oh no. Oh, I know what I've done. Ah. So, I have that in the stacker of hundreds, where of course they're only stacked to 50. Ah, so I actually need 11 of them. Oh no. Oh no. No. Again, this puts me too far over my numbers. And I'm not changing it all. How many was that before? 6. So I need an extra 5 is what that's saying. I should have known that because it's -5 there. Ah. Right. Ba. Right. Those are steadily unloading, which is good. Wait, what? When have you finished unloading? I've done something weird with you as well. No, you're stacking to 100. I need 40,000. Where's the train end? I have 48,000. Which is the number I'm expecting to have. Sweet. So see what I mean about the fact that these haven't fully unloaded? So I probably couldn't use these as thingy things. I'm not sure what the thingy thing is, but it's not a thingy thing. Yeah, so I couldn't actually load 5 of these because there isn't enough space left. I'm thinking I'll unload it into these 5. Maybe these 6, just to be careful. So what that means I need to do is replace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to white stack you guys. So that when I load in, it doesn't unload them again and send them around and block up the system. So, I need a 1-6. And I need an inverted 1-6. Upgrade that. Oh yeah, these don't work, do they? Right. Two to 6. I know 2 to 6 works. Right. In theory, I should 1, 2. So many of these things on me right now. Let's move you away. Then I should be able to do this. Putting one of those in. That splits it evenly between these 2, and that splits it evenly into the 6. Works. So upgrade that lot. I need to turn those around so I can actually unload these rather a lot of these things into it. Actually, hang on. There we go. Problem solved. Right. So what I'm thinking is these 6 will be fed by these 6. And then these 6 will jump over to the other side of the track and come over to the back of these. That's what I'm thinking. Oops. Three. 1, 2, 3. Right. Okay. So all of these actually need to head outwards a bit. 2, 3, 6. Delete a bunch of trees. I'm out of undergroundies. Where am I? There I am. Didn't actually want ultimate transport belts, but whatever. Two, 3, 6. Oops. Oh, that's fine. Just need to put the repeaters in. Right, there we are. Right, there we go. See, that was silly. I still need that. Right. Because I need to unload all of these into these. But I can't do that quite this second. So if I set you to an output of that, I can just turn that off. Because it shouldn't ever actually stack up. Right. Until I do that, and then they stack back up again. Ah. Oh, whatever. Because I loaded too many into the system and therefore it messed up. Alright, now that I've finished doing that, I've gone into my trash box. Alright, let's remove the output priority on that. Delete those and put all those in. There we go. And as expected, it has kind of worked. I have a handful left. Which can go into one of these by the looks of it. Okay. Because again, there's slightly too many resources. Yeah. This is going to get complicated later on. Right. Where's my miraculousness of messing up? Good, and the next one is actually set up correctly. Right. I'm going to do the reds and the engines and I'm going to bed. That needs these. Still need more trees gone than that. So I want 1, 2, 3, 4 lots of reds. Right. As I filled you up again, let's dump my wood off. And some of you. Right. So I need one of these to get me lining correct. There we go. Reds. So I have 11, 22, 6. So I have, what's that? A very large number. 28 feeding in. I already know I get 15 down this side. So I need 13 on the back and 2 on the front. That should be correct. I hope. Right. So, I need to make sure I put filtered ones on this in case there's anything left in them at the time of. So, a situation like this, I guess I could reprocess that. No, because then that means I don't use up all of these, which still puts me in the same spot. In a way that would work is if I made a point of reprocessing this and dumping the greens in there. Because then it would stack up. Then this would not empty and these wouldn't matter. Something like that. Yeah. I have to work that one out. I think for now I'm just going to make sure these all get dumped out. So what I'm going to do is probably run them back into here somehow. Well, I'll unload all these in because there's 6 of them so I can put them into a big thingy chest. That'll make sure they unload. Then I can do something to make sure that if I like put a condition on it that it can only accept like above a certain number, it dumps out, and therefore I can then put those back in down here, I guess. Something like that. Yeah, that'll work. I hope. Right. Lots of conveyors to place. Lucky me. It's got to be the last one, isn't it? Yeah. There we go. So that's all those ones loaded up. Now I need to bring these over. Five, 6, 7, 8. Oops. Right. How many do I actually need? 20,000. Because if memory serves, I need multiples of these, don't I? Or I get too stuck into this. Oops. So that is fully beaconed, and that gives me... So I actually need 3 of these, don't I? Hang on. Where am I? Yeah. 2.079772. Yeah, it's only 3 of them. Okay. Equals no. Equals that divided by 3, because that's how much each of them needs to do. Right. So everything I just did was a waste of time. Because right. Let's start again. Let's start again with the double thingy. These 4 need to go into there. I also want to make sure at least this is lined up. There. Right. Right. Reds. There. Let's get some power sorted. There we go. Now I can see how many of these need to do. I need to get down to 6,000. Too many? 6,750. So I need one of those back. Like that. So. You. That should be my 20,000. Perfect. Right. Transport belts. So I need 2 lots of those in, 1 lot of those in. Right, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to load all these into a big chest. And then effectively just siphon out of that chest. So where's the middle of this? There? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Let me dump that like that. Two, 3, 4. Right. Copy. Oh no, that's not what I wanted you to do. I wanted to copy that. Very kindly hasn't put those back in. Lovely. I got a bunch of plastic on me, which needs to go back into the system. Right. Copy into a blueprint. When you go away, in theory, should be able to land over like that. Oops. Right. I know this is going to look completely scuffed. Oh well. Don't care. Right. That, once I set these, should unload all my greens. That was weird. Okay. That was really weird. Okay. So therefore I need one of you, you into one of each of them. Don't expect that one to last all the way down. There we go. Right. Effectively, I need another one of those. I do need that bit on here. The difference is you all need to be one further down. Oops. I mean, yes, that does work, but let's not do that, please. That's kind of annoying, actually. There we go. New greens go back into that. Right. We need 6 on this. Because each one takes 2. 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. I'm out of undergroundies again. Two. Alright, there we are. That should be everything that needs to make those run. Perfect. So, each of these needs to go in. This now needs to go into one of you. Oops. No, that bit. Thank you. I feel like I've gotten pretty good at judging those distances. Guess it's not surprising considering how many of them I've now done. Right. What am I thinking? You to each. That's not what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Let's switch all those around. I'm just going to switch back, aren't you? Lovely. Sort it. I'll just sort it out later. 3. Oh, there we go. Okay, breads. I also need to fill you lot up. To maximize my power efficiency. Because those things are still drawing 100 megawatts each. Lovely. Bet my power grid is actually not caring. Fine. Whatever. Right. Now I can't trust because I've unloaded that they're always going to unload. It's how many are left in here is the key. No, I know why you're not working. There isn't a number in there. That's not the one I wanted, that's the one I wanted. Right. So, a potential of 96,000 greens on that. Judging by the fact that that is... No, it was on that, wasn't it? No, well, let's see what happens. Tempted to put that in, you know. Make sure it does actually balance out. Um, 4 to 4. Slow down so I can actually pick all these up. Right. So those don't quite fill. And that is limited on what? Oh, so the greens are actually the thing that limits it. Ooh, that's useful. I guess the question is, do all the reds get used up at the next section? Because how many do I have? Since closer. 59,000. Hang on. I do only have 59,000. 60,000. I need just under 61,000. It's probably correct. So what the issue is that it's... So the issue is... I need slightly more greens because as it evenly distributes them between all of these, it won't necessarily complete its final rounds of productions, so you may miss a few of them. Because that gave me an extra 150, which is what pushed that number up slightly. The only way of dealing with that is to add a handful more iron onto it. Am I out of... Hang on. Am I out of productivity modules? Oh, I am. That wasn't quite running at full efficiency. That wouldn't have helped either. Oh well. Yeah, that almost uses up completely that. So that's pretty close. Now, thankfully, this is actually the bottleneck. Which means I don't have to worry about siphoning off, which I'm happy about. Yeah, I think that was a wise move. Not to... Yeah, I'm really, really thankful the maths has worked out like that, so I don't need to try and do any logic of any excess go all the way down here and get fed into here and stuff like that. I think that is a much better option. Right. 10 past 10. Engines. Which is these 11 here. Because they need steel, gears, pipes. And in relatively small quantities. So, the first question is, a fully beaconed factory can produce how many per minute? 5,580. So equals... I need 3 again, don't I? Yeah, I need 3. Okay. So I need another block of those. Okay, right. Doubly. There. map open to wait. I am out of beacons. I'm also out of you and you. Get rid of my wood while I'm here. Grab some more of them. Grab some more of them. And we should be good to go. Right. Let's go. Wipe out all the trees along here. Let's just go all the way in. Wow, it's all 500 robots out. Trees really are like the only thing you can do that with. Yeah, see? I knew I needed lots of batteries, because look, the battery is actually starting to go down as everything charges. I mean, not by much. I probably don't need that many batteries. But as the robots fully charge, it does actually consume more power than you might think. Like, I could probably get rid of that row. Put another row of these in. Happily. Don't think it's worth getting rid, and probably like move those two and that into one of these. Can't be bothered though. Doesn't really make enough of a difference for me to be that fussed. Right, trees go away. Let's get rid of the stone. Perfect. I haven't even got all the trees. Wow. It's a lot of trees. Considering I've almost just filled up my trash box again, let's dump these out. There we go. Right. Same kind of deal as last time then. I'll load these into a single thingy like this. Two, three. Two, three. If. Therefore we go. Oh, that's substations. Yep. Run power. Okay. Hang on. I can just steal that. For a 4. And for 4. Okay. There we are. And of course I had to pick up ones that had filters on. So you need to get down to 4,500. It's probably going to be, let's go for one of you. Yeah, that's actually spot on. There we go. And that's producing me just over the amount I want. Perfect. So, let's steal that. Weird. Apparently my substations are in different spots. Okay, so that loads them into there. I'm actually going to do the unloady bit first this time. That didn't really work last time. I'm guessing this isn't making it any particular... Yeah, this is less than 1, isn't it? Yeah. So... 11's a really annoying number, isn't it? Yeah, 11's a really, really annoying number. Let's go like that then, shall we? Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 11 of them. There we go. Now I just need to hook up. Server is saving. Thank you, server. In theory, these should just keep going. That gives me all of my unloaders. Perfect. So I'm assuming each of these only need 1. Yeah, 1 in feed each. Cool. Let's copy paste you. And you need 1 of you. Three. Take out those 2 this time. Great blueprint. Because each of these needs to move up by 1. Sure, dump you guys back in. Then I need you all gone. Actually, that wasn't a very smart move. I need you guys first. There we go. Right. Then 1. All of the horizontally ones. I feel like those aren't in line. Oops. Oh, they are in line. Optical illusion. I didn't mean to do that. Oops. Yep. That should start motors running. Perfect. I have a whole bucket ton of pipes. I want 200 back from. And that's everything. Awesome. Right. So the next stop is to make the science itself. That bit's exciting. It actually, conveniently, might be somewhat easy. I guess as a part of this, I need to work out what I'm going to do with the actual science train. Because what I'm thinking at the moment is, like, I'll coil up, I'll, like, place down enough labs, somewhere like here, that it runs. Yeah, sorry, that I get my 5,000 a minute, that's what I'm thinking. And then I'll kind of coil the 4 science trains in concentric loops outwards, which sounds like a nightmare to actually do. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, and that'll be, and basically make the loops long enough that I can just have 4,000 unload stations in a logistics grid in the middle. Because apparently I'm just that crazy. Yeah. It's chewing through its resources pretty well. Yeah, the amount of stuff in my train's getting longer. Getting higher, I should say. Yeah. There's actually a lot less manufacturing facilities than I was expecting. I don't think it's going to stay that way, because of the amount of stuff I need to produce for the other ones. But yeah, I think this is working quite well so far. Hmm. I'm kind of waiting for this to run so I can send the train off one last time and double check none of this is going to break in between this and the second one, and check the next one isn't going to break to the third one, and then I'm going to bed. We're getting close. Ooh, looks like pipes are out first, then gears are out. What's going to be the first to actually run out? Steel. Oop, pipes on that one and pipes on that one. Steel on that one. Fair enough. How many have I got? 41,000. I need 41,000. Perfect. Right. Go to number 5. So I'll probably explain, by the way. I was thinking about how I'm going to do all these timings. So what I'm thinking is, effectively, each one of them is going to be stopped for 210 seconds, every single one of these stops. And then what I'm thinking is the last one will actually be a... Well, I haven't decided between the last one and the first one yet. Will actually be a kind of timer-controlled one. So eventually I'll just count up in a... whatever they're called. Decider combinator to the correct number of seconds that it takes to run one whole lot, and then effectively that'll be and the effectively thing will just run whatever it wants in the middle, which will be approximately to time, and then that will be the final reset that puts it back on time to get the 5,000 a minute. Is what I'm thinking. Why are you not running? Oh, there it goes. Oh, it's because that one had run out. Yeah, okay, fine. Right. You're all unloading. You're all unloading. You're all unloading. You're all loading, which is good. You are all unloading. Aren't you? Looks like it. And my lights are turned off. You lot are unloading. You've got your weird glitch again. So will one of you. That one. Okay. I'm half tempted to put a thingy buffer in the middle of this. No, because the only two that are messed up are the two that were messed up. Yeah, okay, that should be fine then. Yeah. Yeah, because now that they're working properly, it shouldn't actually be an issue. Cool. Yeah, looks like all that's working. I'm not going to run it all the way through the system, because at the moment if I stop it, I can just build the science on the next one and then test it next time. So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. I just want to double check that these are actually going to be fine. I don't need to manually adjust them for a minute. Yeah, quite a scary number of inserters it's already made. That's its second load and it's on, what, 1500 times 50? Ouch. This is a lot of inserters. I can't remember which one of these actually ran out first. Looks like gears to me. Yeah, looks like the gears are out first. Alright. I think if I just take out some of this, it should be fine. Because it doesn't actually matter that these, because this is just loading more iron in, isn't it? So, yeah. The only thing I got to do, I guess, is make sure that this lot unloads first. Make sure this lot fully... Actually, providing it unloads the point where there's 70 stacks. 71 stacks. 70 as well. Looks like 70 is the number of choice. That one just appears to be weird that it's got slightly more in it. Oh no, that one's got slightly more in it as well. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We have to see how this behaves, because I am concerned. But now that this is unloading properly, I think it should be fine. Because that should now unload evenly, and this thing is obviously just about taking enough that there's enough space to fill in. So I think it should be fine in the future now that it's fixed. Yeah. The reds are finished. Loaded up nicely. I'm really tempted to put like a few hundred, like maybe 1,000 greens extra in that. Because I could just collect them from these. The reason I'm thinking that is just to make sure there's always enough reds in. It's just because I'm concerned about this balancing point. The number it's loading is so close. That I'm just concerned that there'll be greens hang up in this and I won't have enough reds. So I think just by adding a handful more greens in, it will work. Because that's now overstocked by 2,000. So I think there's more than enough. I think I'm happy with that. Yeah. Cool. In that case, I'm going to run back to main base to restock. And that's going to be it for today. So tomorrow, I will be on tomorrow. I'm going to sit and rearrange my desk and probably cut some extra holes in it to put more cables more neatly through. Because I said I was going to get, I said I bought new speakers, and I did. And I eventually worked out what the static problem was. It was just duff cables, basically. So bought a new cable, which arrived earlier on today, and that seems to have solved the issue. I'm no longer getting weird staticky noises. So that's fantastic. What am I thinking? Not a lot, and I know that. But yeah. Oh yeah, so because of that, I didn't actually mount them last night. I did something else last night. So tomorrow's job is going to be getting the speakers hooked up properly, tidying up the desk because I've got too much stuff like lying on it, so I'm going to try and hide some of it to make it look nicer. So that should be fun. Yeah. And then I'll be back with this then. By then, we should have the next robot speed. Well, I don't really think it does give me much benefit, but I'm going to do it. Yeah, and then I guess at some point I need to work out how I'm going to do all the logistics stuff in here, and I guess that'll be my other task, is trying to build whatever monster this thing is going to end up being with all the loopy trains. I'm hoping by the time I put all of the labs down, because effectively I need like 6 times that. Issue per minute. 6. Yeah, just about. Let's do 1. 5,000 divided by 0.2. I then want more resolution on you. So I need 213. It's a really awkward number. And I'm hoping by the time that little square is in the middle, and by the time it loops out, it shouldn't be too big of an assembly. Watch me get completely and utterly annihilated by that. But I'm hoping there's more than enough space sort of in this area, so hopefully like I don't have to cover these up. Not that I really care. Our limited resources is useful, and let's face it, like the amount I can get out of one of these is nuts. Mining speed. Even with no effect sources running on that. I mean, that's a ridiculous amount a second. Or a minute, I should say. Yep. Alright, I'm going to bed. Have fun, and I'll be back tomorrow. Enjoy.